Some dance alone, others en masse. And dance competitions can be tense affairs. Japanese photographer Tadashi Shimada is on a quest to film these elusive extroverts and uncover the secret world of the birds that are designed to dance. New Guinea is the second largest island on Earth. It's a patchwork of mountains and jungle. Forests stretch as far as the eye can see. Much of the land is shrouded in mist. The island's heavy rainfall, tropical forests, and remote location have contributed to the development of a unique ecosystem. This is home to some of the world's most beautiful birds. The spectacular birds of paradise. Around 40 different species live here, and no two look alike. Dramatic displays and elaborate plumage are reserved for males only. But however flamboyant their feathers and footwork, they all share a common goal: to attract a mate. Japanese wildlife photographer Tadashi Shimada has been fascinated by birds of paradise for many years. He's visited New Guinea several times, and now he's back, hoping to discover more about these enigmatic birds. For Tadashi, this trip is extra special. He hopes to film many different species, but there's one above all he's looking for: the legendary blue bird of paradise. It was a photograph of a blue bird which first sparked his interest in birds of paradise. He's dreamt of seeing one for years. This could be his chance to realize his dream. As his journey begins, Tadashi heads into the mountainous regions of the island's Central Highlands. A blanket of mist hangs over the hills. Warm air rising from the lowlands cools quickly, creating moisture, which feeds the rainforest. The conditions create a unique environment: the cloud forest. Humidity can reach 90%. Beneath the canopy, it's much cooler. Trees are coated with thick layers of moss, nurtured by the moist air. Tadashi has come to the cloud forest in the hope of finding one bird in particular: a ribbon-tailed astrapia. A cacophony of calls grows louder as his eyes scan the trees. The deeper he ventures into the forest, the more it seems like he's going back in time. All sense of the modern world is left behind. Suddenly, there's a flurry of movement in a distant tree. Spectacular tail feathers nearly a meter long waft in the breeze. It's a male ribbon-tailed Astrapia, and it's even more striking than Tadashi imagined. It has the longest tail feathers in relation to body size of any bird in the world. Compared to most birds, birds of paradise are slow to mature. It can take males up to 5 years to develop their extravagant plumage. Such long tail feathers also have a tendency to get tangled up. Such an encumbered bird would be easy prey in many places, but the Astrapia has few natural predators on the island. He can afford to wear what he wants to attract a mate. He even has a best side. His feathers appear to change color, depending on the angle they're viewed from. But his crowning glory is the tail feathers, which float behind him like a veil as he flies away. Tadashi heads deeper into the cloud forest. Most birds of paradise have a stage where they perform their courtship dances. Some display on the ground, others in the trees. Tadashi hopes to see where the ribbon-tailed Astrapia displays, and how. But he didn't expect to see this. A large flock of male ribbon-tails are gathered in a tree. More arrive all the time. They squabble and squawk as they fight over the best place to perch. There are at least 10 crowding the branches already. Tadashi is intrigued why so many are attracted to this one tree. He's keen to get nearer, to try and find out, and to film the birds up close. Unfortunately, the weather is against him. Rain sweeps in and brings mist with it. He can only watch as the tree fades from view. Early next day, the mist begins to clear, and the forest comes to life. In New Guinea, the Central Highlands receive the largest amount of rainfall. It rains most afternoons, so morning is usually the best time for Tadashi to film. All he can do now is hope the Astrapia return. Luckily, they don't disappoint. The first arrivals perch nearby, before heading across to their favorite tree. The strange noise of their wings rubbing together as they fly adds to the ethereal atmosphere. Male birds of paradise rely on their courtship displays to attract a mate. Some males gather together in groups called leks and display at the same time. Birds flit between branches to show off their tail feathers. They posture and preen as they get ready for the main event. Finally, their audience arrives. A female makes her way to the tree. It looks like she's more interested in food than male company. But her arrival causes a big stir and a dramatic reaction. One of the males starts to change shape before her eyes. He puffs himself up. And dances on the branch. It's all for the female's benefit, and he's not the only one keen to make an impression. All the males start to display. Tadashi has no doubt this tree is the site of a lek. Although competition is fierce, leks increase the male's chances of attracting a mate. But there can only be one winner. The birds do everything they can to be noticed. Fights break out over the best places to display. It's all part of the serious business of courtship.